So I am the owner, the founder of Primeval Labs, and oftentimes I get asked a very interesting question. Why don't you guys have amino acids in your protein? Now, on protein powder labels, oftentimes, especially when you talk legacy brands, you will see an amino acid profile listed somewhere on the label. That is simply a typical amino acid profile for whey protein. Essentially, we could all put the exact same thing on it. They're not adding amino acids to your protein powder. In fact, there was a time when they were adding amino acids to your protein powder, and that was during the time that there was amino spiking. Now, amino spiking is something that's very simple. They were essentially adding things like taurine and other amino acids that would register as a nitrogen content, so that way they could show you more protein in the powder, even though it wasn't a complete amino acid profile protein. In other words, the label was wrong. So now apparently they don't do that. However, they still list amino acid profile on here and customers get very confused. They're thinking, hey, I'm getting protein powder plus I'm getting aminos. The problem with that is it's again confusing to customers, but the reality is protein powders just naturally have an amino acid profile that makes them. That's what this is. It is a complete amino acid profile in your protein. That goes for anything, whey protein, beef, eggs, etc. They are all going to have a complete amino acid profile. Don't get me wrong, unique to their own, but again, complete amino acid profiles. All designed to increase muscle mass or retain muscle mass. So the reason that we as a brand do not have amino acid profiles on our labels is simply it feels a little scammy to me. It's a little bit of a marketing play. It's a little bit of a way to think you're getting more and they're somehow helping you out. But the reality is that is just simply not the case. People are not adding amino acids to their protein. That is a typical amino acid profile. It's the same one that we could all use. So just think about that the next time that you're buying protein powders. We don't use it because I don't want to come off as scammy. So that's simply why we don't do it. That's why we don't include it on our label. I hope that makes sense. If you guys are shopping whey protein, buy the best. Our whey is a cold process, cross-flow, micro-filtered, produced in a GMP, NSF, and FDA registered facility. And as always, third-party tested. Flavors don't get better than this. So if you guys are checking for protein, it'll be linked down in our bio. Make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. We're out of here.